Hello, we've just taken into stock 8 more Yamaha U1 and U3H and A and M upright pianos. They're made between about 1970 and 1982. Here are a few thoughts about them. This is actually one that we had in just a little bit earlier, and in fact the same container. I think we've got a container from Tokyo. It's the same source that we've been getting them from for 15 years. We sold well over 500 of them. This wasn't actually an exception. It's a U1D made in 1965. We try and get 1 or 2 of those on the container as well. If they're not too worn, then they're amazingly good pianos. They're made sort of they were really trying to copy the German sound, and they're mostly wooden inside. They start to put metal in them later on, and are just very rich and warm sounding. We've actually hired these out to concert pianists who wanted to practice piano as well as their grand piano, with great success. This is one of our other stock items, a Kawai K200. Tremendously good legroom, by the way, about 4 centimetres more than the Yamaha U1s. And the Fouric, which you'll see in other videos. This is our preferred make of new piano alongside Kawai. So here's some more U1s, these are U3s actually, and they're fastidiously restored. I say this source that we've been getting them from, we've given feedback to them, we've got them exactly as we want them, and the quality control is excellent. They're slightly varying, just very slightly varying in tone. They've arrived well in tune, which is great considering they come all the way from Japan, and incredibly stable at pitch and in tune. This one's a slightly mellower than usual. You'd have to come and try them. If you wanted to choose one without coming in, then we can choose either mellow or bright, or we can talk to you about it. This one's slightly brighter. Look at the inside here. It looks as though they haven't been used. If you look at the hammers, there's no indication of wear on them at all. But normally it's just been reconditioned, just choosing ones that haven't really had any wear. And there's a Celeste rail felt that goes between the hammer and the string, so that's what we call a practice pedal, middle pedal, and Celeste rail felt, so that you can practice your scales without annoying everybody. This one's made in 1973, a bit brighter. If you look at the hammers, you wouldn't know it's been used at all. They're obviously choosing ones, plenty of them in Japan, that have hardly been used. This is a new Celeste rail felt. Let's listen to hammers and then with a Celeste rail felt for practicing. That's brand new, as you can see. These are really the top quality U1s and U3s you can get, and as I say, we refine them more and they've refined them more and more. This is, again, this is absolutely in tune and at concert pitch. We've very little to do at this end. Of course, when we sell it, we will tune it, and we'll guarantee the piano for 5 years as well. There's a U1 here, 1976. Slightly brighter than average, I say. But really, compared to a modern Yamaha, personally, I much prefer the Yamahas from this best period for Yamaha. I think if you talk to piano tuners, I think most of them will agree with you that these are the best period for Yamahas. Obviously, with slightly older bass strings, there's perhaps 15% reduction in tone there, or less than that, I think. But the evenness of the piano, just the way it's constructed, they really didn't get better. They got, if anything, they economised more later on. There's a Celeste rail again. And you can clip that underneath so that you can keep that permanently on. So that's great for practicing scales when you don't want to disturb people too much. There's it without the Celeste. A couple more here. These are U1s, 120 centimetres high. U3s are 130. This, obviously, the bigger piano has a bigger sound, but you might just prefer a particular piano. You might happen to be a U1 that you prefer the tone of. That's just the U1H, the H there, you see. That's easily the longest run of Yamahas. This one's made in 1975, and again, you really can't tell the difference internally from one to the other. They're just pristine. Now this one's much less common as a U1A, 1985 this one. I really like U1A, it's a slightly brighter tone, well, they're all as good as each other quality-wise, amazingly stable pianos. See if you can hear the brighter tone. Of course you can mellow the hammers down a bit anyway, but this is naturally a brighter tone, I think. And The younger you get the Yamahas, the brighter tone is natural. It actually takes more effort to make a naturally mellow piano, so I suppose that's saying something. And that was a very rich bass indeed, beautiful. So thank you very much for listening. Just a postscript here, this is a Fouric 122. We do wood coloured pianos as well, so Fouric again, you'll see other videos comparing Yamahas with Fouric. They're just different really. I think the general rule is that this sounds more European. The Yamaha, having been played a little bit more, has a slightly lighter feel, because the more you play a piano, obviously, the more it tends to lighten up. I can't resist showing one or two more pianos in stock. This is a Welmar. If you want a smaller piano, wood colour, Welmar's really our preferred make alongside Knight. Welmar's notably mellow. Here's the U1A. And the Welmar again.